you want a Camry rental for the day? No problem, I'll just get that typed in for you. That'll be $700 a day. What? What's going on, guys? Bijan here. So if you want to stay up to date on everything happening in the car world well before all of your friends and family, go and smash that subscribe button down below. And if you want to know everything about the madness around renting a car right now, stick around till the end of this video. 2020 was an insane year. It changed so many people's lives and so many businesses. Now, rental car companies were one of the businesses that were highly affected. Now, in 2020, you can imagine people were staying at home, so no one was renting a car. Just like the airline industry was highly affected, nobody was flying anywhere because they were staying at home so they don't contract COVID. Now, some of the smallest rental car companies had to go out of business, and some of the largest rental car companies offloaded hundreds and hundreds of thousands of cars, which means they had very low stock. Now, if we fast forward to now, it's 2021, about 30% of the US is fully vaccinated. Now, what does that mean? Spring break happened.
Spring break! Yeah!
Which means a lot of people want to go on a lot of trips. So they walked into rental car companies, and you know what the rental car companies said? Oh, you want our basic Corolla that used to be about $40 a day? Oh, no problem, I got you. It'll be about $340 a day. Now, some of the worst cases were there was a rental car company in Hawaii that had a Camry. That Camry rented for $700+ a day. High demand, low inventory. That's what happens. Now, what did people do? Now, people got inventive, they got smart, they honestly did what I would have done immediately, which is they went and rented U-Hauls. So the U-Haul companies are happy because all of their trucks are being rented out, but nobody's really moving. Now, what's gonna happen next? You would think these rental car companies are just gonna buy up a whole bunch of cars and that'll fix the problem. Now, it's not that easy. When you offload thousands and thousands of cars, you can't just buy them all back. You kind of have to slowly buy them back and make sure that it makes sense that you'll be able to continually rent these cars out. These rental car companies want to make sure they're not going to sit on a ton of vehicles again. So for the upcoming weeks and the upcoming months, we may see some serious issues around renting cars. So my recommendation to you, if you're planning on renting a car this summer, I would highly recommend renting it months ahead of time, and if you need to cancel closer to the date of your trip. Another backup plan, you could rent U-Hauls. They're a little bit more available, and there's a lot of U-Haul locations and a lot of U-Haul trucks to rent. Now, I could not believe we're seeing small size sedans rent for $300+ a day. Now, in highly affected areas where people want a spring break, Southern California, the Keys of Florida, places like that, we're seeing $500 rental cars.
This can't be happening!
$500 a day for a Corolla, a car that costed brand new maybe $10,000 to $12,000. And it's being used as a rental for $500 a day. Now, U-Haul and rental car companies are not the only places you can get cars. If you go on Turo, you can rent some really nice cars. They're gonna be a little bit more expensive, but it'll be much cheaper than the $300 a day, and you'll get something much cooler for $100 or $200 a day. Now, I think this rental car shortage will affect one other thing. Ubers. So if you want to take a car across the country, you can't really do that with an Uber. But for example, if you're going on spring break to the Keys and you wanted to rent a car to be able to hop around from restaurant to restaurant, you're probably not going to do that. So you'll probably hop on Ubers, which means there's going to be an increase in the demand of Ubers. Now, I'm curious to see what rental car companies are going to do, because they can't just buy up huge amounts of inventory short term, and they have to make sure it makes sense to slowly buy up inventory long term. So I guess we'll kind of see what they do over the next few weeks and months. This summer is going to be very hard to get a rental car. I was actually planning on going on a trip this summer, and I don't think I'll be getting a rental car. I'm pretty sure I will be getting a Turo, maybe renting something nice like a Porsche, since I'm probably going to be paying $100 or $200 a day anyways. That's going to be it for the news. I'll see you guys on the next one.